Welcome back, everybody. So here it is, Gotham Season 4, the season finale episode review. And where do I honestly fucking begin with this? How the hell am I going to condense down so much epicness into a 4 or 5 minute video? But here's the thing, I haven't watched the whole episode yet. I haven't watched the last 3 minutes. There is a reason for this. At the end of Season 3 we had the Bruce Wayne on the rooftop scene, which I did react to at the end of that season. And I went on YouTube and found that there is a Season 4 ending scene, which I generally haven't watched, to be honest, but what I want to do is I want to react to that scene in a separate video, which I'm going to do immediately after I've done this review. I'm also going to talk about the great news, it's been renewed for Season 5, but the sad news, it's going to be its final season. Like I said, got my own thoughts on this and I want to talk about them in another video, like I said, which I'm going to do immediately after this. Also, this is going to be a full-on spoiler review, so if you haven't seen this episode, please just turn off, watch the episode, come back and then tell me your thoughts. Put it in the comments down below as normal. Right, a lot went on in this episode. It really did. I can generally tell you I don't know really where to start. So I'm going to start with this. This whole Season 4 of Gotham has been absolutely epic. Yes, there's been a couple of episodes which I haven't enjoyed as much, but as a whole, as a general, it has been a very cool season. And this season finale really didn't disappoint me either. It wasn't hugely action-packed, but it didn't need to be. It was the way they presented this. This is the way they put this across, and I actually really did enjoy it. For instance, like the hints of, or the nods to The Dark Knight Rises with the bridges. Obviously in a Ra's al Ghul's you know what I mean? I can't say it because I've got a lot going in my head. Ra's al Ghul's vision that we saw a couple of episodes. We saw the whole of Gotham on fire, but they've gone down more of the route of they just took out the bridges, so it's just an island with a whole world of shit waiting to happen. And I really did enjoy that little element. Now, there's so many different things I enjoyed in this episode, and I'm just going to talk about them briefly. Like I said, there is going to be spoilers if you haven't seen it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Riddler, Lee Tompkins and Jim Gordon storyline, which has been running through the majority of this season. It did come to a very dramatic end. So Lee Tompkins' main goal was to steal from the corrupt banks of Gotham and then give the money to the people in the Narrows, enough money for them to start a life. And basically once that was done, her job was done and she was going to leave Gotham. Obviously she had to get the help of the Riddler, who did fall in love with Lee Tompkins, but you were always in question of whether Lee Tompkins was just using the Riddler to get what she needed, or whether she actually was in love with the Riddler too. Like I said, it did end in a quite a dramatic fashion, to the point where they actually killed each other, or stabbed each other at least. I kind of knew this was going to come, but I just thought it was just going to be the Riddler. But the way this was played was really good. Lee Tompkins got in there first. She stabbed the Riddler first. Riddler stabbed Lee Tompkins. They kissed at the end. It was a great scene. Really did enjoy it. But it also writes off Lee Tompkins as a character in Gotham at the moment, because obviously towards the end of this we also had the return of Hugo Strange in this episode, and you see her on the table and basically Hugo Strange saying, "What am I going to do with you?" It writes off Lee Tompkins' character, but it can potentially introduce a new character, obviously played by I can't remember her name. I'll be honest with you. It's going to be really interesting to see how she comes back. And obviously with Hugo Strange being the monster maker, she'll possibly come back with some sort of abilities. And it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I will talk about that a little bit more, but I literally, like I said, I've got quite a fair bit to talk about. Now, at the end of the day, it was a great end to that storyline in this season. So, what am I going to talk about next? Jeremiah and the Ra's al Ghul storyline, which is going on in this episode as well, and has been running for quite a few episodes. Now, once again, we didn't see... I personally don't think we saw Jeremiah that much in this episode, but to be fair, we didn't really need to, because once again, his presence in this episode just kind of stole the show for me. He is so calm and so psychotic. It's just absolutely fantastic. Really did enjoy this. And obviously with the Ra's al Ghul, once again, he wasn't in this a huge amount as well, but he didn't really need to be, because it was just setting up everything, I think, to be fair. Like I said, I haven't seen the last 3 minutes, so I'm not 100% sure what happens in those last 3 minutes, but it was a really, really good element, with all elements of this, even the Barbara Keane as well. Once again, it was all revolved around Bruce Wayne and getting that darkness out of him. And I don't know if it has or not, because like I said, I haven't seen those last 3 minutes. But generally, really, really cool. Now, going on to the best part of this episode, which fucking blew me away. It was really, really well played. I really, really did enjoy this. It's the Penguin, Butch, and Tabitha. That was brilliant. Obviously, throughout this second half of the season, Penguin needed Butch's help, so Penguin said, I'll get you Hugo Strange. He will cure you. Obviously, like I was talking about, he is back in this episode. Hugo Strange did cure him, just for the Penguin to kill Butch right in front of Tabitha. And I did wonder when the revenge act would come from Tabitha killing the Penguin's mum. I really, really did. I knew it was going to happen at some point. It was just when. And it was so well done. The Penguin was absolutely fucking brilliant. I really, really did enjoy that. Absolutely epic. Seriously, seriously cool. Love that storyline. Just loving this. Just love this episode. Or other things in this episode which I really did like. Obviously, with the things that are going on in Gotham, basically all the nasties have come out, and we get to see an appearance of some of the villains that we've seen in the past. So Mr. Freeze, Firefly, Scarecrow with his hat on. Finally, a small touch, but I fucking love that so much. Really, really did enjoy that. Can't wait to see more. Really, really can't wait to see season 5. I'll talk about season 5 in the episode review, no, in the other reaction to the ending scene. But generally, seriously, being honest, I really did enjoy the season. It's been an absolute pleasure watching these episodes and reviewing these episodes as well. And it's been really, really good. This episode blew me away, and like I said in the beginning of this video, I had so much to talk about in here. Obviously, I haven't put half of what I wanted to talk about into this video, but if you've seen the episode, it was just epic. Okay, it was epic. I really, really did enjoy it. So, on that note, thank you everybody for watching my reviews over this last 6 or 7 months. I don't really know what I'm going to review next. I'm probably just going to go on to some films and start reviewing some films now. But generally, everybody that's been watching my reviews, commenting on my reviews and all that kind of stuff, I want to say thank you. It means a lot to me. And I shall be back reviewing Gotham when it returns, probably in the autumn. So on that note, please have a great rest of the day, whatever you're doing. Please take care and stay tuned to my YouTube channel as well, because that reaction video to the end scene of season 4 will be coming up. Have a great rest of the day, whatever you're doing. Please take care and goodbye.